it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So today I'm here with my September, is it already September? Design team project for Release the Craftin, using her amazing, beautiful kit, Green Witch. And you will see that coming in her Etsy shop, Release the Craftin, very soon. So I really loved this kit, like with most of her kits. So when I first saw it, I got really inspired to create something that just had a lot of green about it. We ended up with quite a chunky journal. It has 2, 4, 5 signatures. It is a soft cover, which lately I'm really falling in love with an awful lot. And I was really inspired by using this vintage 70s linen tea towel and some nice lace and things like that. These are little dyed doilies that are embroidered. I used my own eco-printed fabric as the tie, and the whole thing is stitched on. There's some nice vintage ribbon here, and you've got this this calendar from this tea towel. Yeah, so it's just a really nice cover. It feels good in the hands, and it has a visible binding on the signature. We've got some leaves on here. The whole thing is stitched around. So let's open it up. The binding is very simple on this one. I've just stitched this nice strong piece of cotton that's been eco-printed, so you can see the fine details of leaves, and it just wraps around, and you can just tuck it through here a couple of times, and it's a very tight binding, so it's nice, a nice closure. So on the inside, you'll see first that there's an extra overhang flap. I've really been loving how it kind of keeps the whole journal like together that way, rather than having the pages exposed, especially in soft covers. I feel like that's just a nice kind of detail. Not necessary, but just something I'm enjoying. So this is eco printing from leaves that I did. And let's open it up here. So in the front, let me just shift a little so that I'm fully in frame. You'll see I have an organza pocket here. This is gold fabric. And underneath, there is just more nice fabric, some organza, a nice crochet doily. And then in this large pocket, we have a few things. So first, this is actually a page from the kit and the note from me, the bookmaker. And this is a wax seal with a little bee on it there. So that'll just be a little surprise for you to open. And then you'll see throughout this journal quite a few themes of these herb cards. What I'm primarily going to talk about in this flip through, though, will just really be the things from the kit, so you can get a really good idea of what's included in this kit. This isn't part of the kit, but I've included throughout the journal several of these that I've turned into journaling cards. And another thing you'll notice is there's a lot of handmade paper. That's all my handmade paper that I'm including. So lots of herb information, because this is a Green Witch journal. So then also in the front, this is from the kit. It's a floating pocket, and in back there's a couple things. So one, this is a hedge design image from a vintage landscaping book, and this tag, it's just a collage of some flowers and trees, and all collaged on the back as well. So these just pop right into here, this floating pocket, and I just kind of back them together like that. So they pop in there as well. And on this side, we have a pocket with handmade paper, and this is a vintage embroidered piece of fabric. And this is a page from the kit, so you're going to see a lot of beautiful flowers on like a neutral tone with lots of just interesting, nice text and like background images. The whole aesthetic is just very nice. This is an envelope from the kit, and this is a label that I made. It says "Not in a Month of Sundays," and I really love that term. So inside we have this, which is just a little journal tag or a little journal card that I made. And then this is another of those plant information kind of cards. Lots of herbal medicine and that kind of information on these cards. And that just tucks in there. This is a beautiful page from the kit. You'll see a lot of pages from the kit where I haven't put anything on top because they're just great for journaling, and they're just really beautiful as is. This is some handmade paper. This is paper that I dyed specifically for this kit, so you'll see throughout this book lots of green shades of paper with these dots and things. This is all specially dyed just for this journal. This is some vintage wrapping paper with poppies on it, and this is a William Morris image from a vintage book. And this and this, the tag and this little flag here, are both from the kit. This is a journal card, also from the kit. Page from the kit. And then this is some old like graph paper that was from a lab that I dyed again in this beautiful green. And then there's these little tags from the kit, and I just thought they'd be really fun, just kind of stitched into the holes on the side of this paper. So that is what I did with them. And then this is from an herb book, the Directory of Herbs, and it's about garlic chive. And it's also a tip out, and I added this tag from the kit on the side here, and it has an Alice Hoffman quote: "My darling girl, when are you going to realize that being normal is not necessarily a virtue? It rather denotes a lack of courage." And on back, lemon verbena. This is black walnut dyed paper. There's a little flag down here from the kit on this beautiful big page. This is from a macro photography book about plants. And then I got really into making these multi-layered pages, these sort of lots going on kind of pages. And so the first thing happening, this is all from a vintage flower book, these really nice pastel kind of images. I actually made this in a video. I think I called it like the mystery flip-a-majig or something, because it's just a fun project. So you flip this down for extra journaling space. I'll just move up a little so you can see that there. Then behind it, we've got a transparent pocket made from a photo album. Then you see a collage here, and I have a beautiful old poem here. I'll read it to you actually. As kingfishers catch fire, dragonflies draw flame, as tumbled over rim and roundy wells, stones ring, like each tucked string tells, each hung bells. Bow swung finds tongue to fling out broad its name. Each mortal thing does one thing and the same, deals out that being indoors each one dwells, selves goes itself, myself, it speaks and spells. So this is some stamping that I did and just some collage. And then this is a vintage alphabet kind of card from those organizer cards. And I've done some collaging with cabbage dyed paper, another poem here from the 1800s. And that just tucks on in this translucent pocket here. And then there's some ribbon, and also this is a pocket back here. And I've put one of my botanical cards from the Roxy Creations Challenge and this large tag about ragweed. And this is on William Morris paper. That's just scrapbook paper. And then these are both from the kit. I really love this Fleur de Flag style pocket. I did some stenciling on this tea-dyed paper, and this is a journal card from the kit. This is just tea-dyed scrapbook paper, and then this is one of my favorite things about this journal and totally inspired by the kit. So it's handmade paper. These two little, this ticket and this little flag are from the kit. Then these really make me happy. I feel like this makes the journal kind of a functional book for someone doing green witch study or like herbal study. So these are little pockets. There's 6 of them, and inside there's a Rolodex card from the kit on all different herbs. So basil, psychic ability, love, calm, protection, purification. They are in alphabetical order. So we have basil, bay laurel, calendula, chamomile, cinnamon, and clove. And they're all blank on back, so you could actually make notes about your use of those herbs, or you could use it for journaling. This little butterfly circle is from the kit, and I just added across the field. More stenciling. This little bit here is a tuck out, and it's also from the kit, and it's on this beautiful paper. It's scrapbook paper. Some stenciling, more flower macro photography. This is more of the black walnut dyed paper. And then we have an info card about marshmallow. And then this is a flip out that was made from a vintage garden design book. And on back we have dill. Another of those large lab papers that's been dyed. And then this is a beautiful page from the kit, and I did a little bit of text over top there. Then on back we have this vintage gift wrap paper with poppies. And then you'll see inside this journal a few times I've included this amazing text. It's like, it really gives me like the same kind of happiness that Edith Holden text gives me. It's from a vintage book from the 70s on sort of like all the different things that we do in life. And so I grabbed a lot of information about plants. This particular one is about trees and shrubs and how to plant them. And it's backed with packaging paper. So it's a nice big journal card. And then more of my dyed paper. This little pocket here is from the kit. You get a set of 3 of those, and this little tag is from the kit as well. This is from a vintage book. It's the Herbal or General History of Plants, and it's a very old piece of art. And it's on handmade paper. I really dug into my stash of like special papers for this journal. This is another beautiful page from the kit. And paper clipped on with a vintage, there's lots of these vintage brass paper clips too. This is a page from the kit, and I love this fern coming up, and this beautiful bird, and the color in these little flowers just makes me so happy, that little kick of purpley blue. This is just a collage journal card that I've made and included here. Another amazing page from the kit. I love the layering and the little bee. And another page from the kit. And this is more of my dyed paper and another page from the kit. See how they're just so beautiful and perfect for journaling? I just didn't want to do too much with them. And then this makes me really happy, this particular part of the kit. Then this is more of my dyed paper and another little tag here from the kit and handmade paper. And then we have, this is another page from the Directory of Herbs. This one is about garlic, and this is a little tab from the kit. This is like a little snip out kind of, it could be used as a journaling card. In this case, I've just used it as kind of a little pull, and you could write on it here. On back we have chive. Then more of the black walnut dyed paper. This is scrapbook paper with insects and mushrooms and plants. And then on this side we have this little pocket here and stenciling in back and a couple of little things that I've made with mushrooms. And this is a journal card that has botanicals on it that has some of that nice thin sewing paper over top. It's backed in avocado paper. And the other side here is more of the flower macro photography. This is tea-dyed scrapbook paper. And then another little ticket from the kit, and this is another one of these fun little card holders. This one has dill, knowledge, prosperity, defense, luck, purification, gardenia, jasmine, juniper, lavender, and lemon balm. So these are in the center of 4 of the 5 signatures. The middle signature has something else in the middle. More of the macro photography, and then another of these pages that's multi-layered. So another of these botanical flip downs for more journaling space. The pocket is made from vintage ledger. And then inside the pocket, another of my botanical tags and just some nice botanical writing space in the back as well. And then more of that black walnut dyed paper. This is an info card on Angelica, and on back chamomile. Handmade paper, hand dyed paper with a kit, a tab from the kit. And this is a beautiful page from the kit. Again, my favorite page, I think. And then this is another beautiful page from the kit. Just so many nice botanicals and like fine illustrations. And another hand-dyed paper. And the other side of that beautiful kit page. Both of these are from the kit. It's just a lovely spread. another beautiful page from the kit, a little bit darker. These kind of pages are so nice because you could like glue down photos and it would just be very pretty. Then this is more hand-dyed paper, more of the kit just speaking for itself. Nice lined paper on both sides here with this lab paper. And then an info card on Egyptian onion and Welsh onion. More of the black walnut dyed paper, and then this is a scrapbook page with just little botanicals and butterflies and spider webs, and this is the tab for what's happening on the next page, and it says everything must be different. So over here, this is hand-dyed paper with collage botanicals on top. It flips out for journaling space to the side. Let me just shift over so you can see that. And then here I've got kind of a double pocket made from hand-dyed paper. It's stitched and it says the charm of everything. Then these two pieces in the front pocket are part of the kit. I love these little, these are like, you could use them as labels or small belly bands, or you know, you could add them to pockets. They're just really nice. And then this little tag as well. And then there's a large journal card back here, just with some animals kind of in a circle and this sun and some collaging. Then behind it is some collaged lab paper and this botanical image. So this pops right in this back pocket, and then these go right down in here. And then that flips down. And then more of the handmade paper. And paper clipped on here with another vintage brass paper clip is this collage journal card. It says all the wild creatures. Just tuck that up a little bit higher. There we go. And then more of the macro photography of plants. This is the center of the third signature. More of the tea-dyed scrapbook paper, and then this page is on handmade paper, and I've used a bunch of things to kind of create tucks and pockets and just kind of dimension. So first I'll tell you what is from the kit, or maybe I'll start with how this page works. So this is a circle from the kit, and then I added this little butterfly card down here, and then this is a little vintage photograph that I've cut into this shape to make a pocket of this woman and probably her daughters all wearing these sort of like hooded hats, and they're working in a garden. So this is a tag from the kit, and that pops in here. This is just this beautiful label style tag from the kit, and it goes in here just sideways, and then we have this little spider, and that just kind of pops in there to kind of connect them and give it dimension. Handmade paper, another of these handmade paper kind of multi-layered pockets. So this one says the wind seemed to have lulled off, and in front we have two pieces from the kit. And then back here we have more pocket space and writing space with another botanical. This is a large tag that I collaged and stitched this doily to, and it has avocado dyed paper on back. So there's actually two pockets here. One is this deep pocket, and then there's another pocket in front of it that's another shallow pocket. This is from the kit. It is another Alice Hoffman quote, and that just tucks in here along with this. And then we have just this little mushroom journal card, and that goes in the little shallow pocket there. And this is scrapbook paper with a pocket made from that same vintage tea towel. Then this is just a floating pocket that I made that has, I think, 3 sort of tuck areas, or maybe 4 even. Yeah, so it's a shade of the trees, and it just has these botanicals on front. Then a tag in the first spot, a pretty white star, botanicals. Another tag that's one of those botanical sample tags. It says the next morning. Then this is contents, and it's botanical paper all in back. And inside we have a journal card of the kudzu plant. So that tucks in here at the very back. Then this tucks in here in the middle pocket. And then in the third tuck spot, this goes in here. And this whole thing is a floating pocket, more journal space on back. And then it pops right in here. This is more black walnut dyed paper. This is an info card on chervil and southernwood. More of my hand dyed paper. This is a beautiful page from the kit, lots of botanicals. I love the layered stacks of paper. It's really nice. More of my hand dyed paper. Another of those darker pages from the kit with this rose. And then this is another page from the kit. Both of them are actually. On this side I've made a pocket with some vintage field guide botanicals. And then inside is this envelope from the kit. It says the sun had set. And inside of it we have a couple things. So just a little journal card and chelidonium, another of those herb info cards. And that just pops in there as so. Then I have some stenciling and another little pocket from the kit. And inside the pocket, this is handmade paper. We have two things. This is a tag from the kit. It had like a more tag-like top, but I decided I just wanted this shape, so I just cut it to a different shape, which is the nice thing about kits is you can change up the look of them if you want to a little bit. And then this is just an old book page image of a plant, and it's a journal card. Handmade paper, hand-dyed paper. This beautiful page from the kit with like a peony and roses. Another hand-dyed paper. And then this is another big pocket that I made with a secret pocket up front in this transparent photo album plastic. Then this is a beautiful journal tag from the kit. I think this whole page just goes nicely together because this is from the kit. So is this large tag in the back. These are some of my favorite pieces from these kits, these big tags. And it says swaying about like twigs on the pocket. This is a beautiful page from the kit. So all these flowers kind of make a nice spread. And then lots of greens. An info card for Feverfew, and then I've added this tip out with some vintage botanicals from a field guide. So more journaling space here. So there's the Feverfew, and over here we have chicory / Belgian endive. Let me just reshift again here so everything gets in focus. Then some of my black walnut dyed paper. Then the macro photography of the plant. And then on back, this beautiful kind of twill rose paper. Then this large tag is from the kit, and it is paper clipped on this woodsy paper with a brass paper clip. And I've added a label up here, and it says the gilded feathers. And then I just added these little mushrooms down here just for fun. And on back, this little secret cute little hedgehog. Because why not? It's so cute. Then on this side, just some paper for journaling on with some text and some ink blots. Then this is just a little journaling card. Tea-dyed scrapbook paper with a tab from the kit. And then another of these beautiful little card holders made from handmade paper with these Rolodex cards from the kit. Meadowsweet, mugwort, nutmeg, oak, patchouli, and rose. And on back we have this bee. This circle is from the kit, and this little poem is from an old children's book. Then we have this pocket from the kit, another favorite of mine because of these purpley blue flowers. This is on cabbage dyed dotted paper. And inside this nice tall pocket is this tall tag. And this is from the kit. And I did a little clover stitching there. You can see. So that just pops in there. This is a pocket that I made with the fly mushroom, and it is just on some kind of vintage text paper. And then there's this tag inside that's just kind of a fun large journal tag. And then on this side, it's a pocket from the kit on top of this foresty paper, and then just a collaged large journal card with avocado dyed paper on back. some blackbirds and botanicals. And then this is another of those multi-layered pages. So this is some handmade paper leaves and fussy cut flowers that says night and day. That flips down for more journaling space. Then here we have a secret transparent pocket and a collage behind it. And this is another of those vintage alphabetical organization cards, and it says Blossoms of Deepest Red and has that vintage poppy wrapping paper on it. And then back here, another pocket, and this is a tag that's just collaged and covered in sewing pattern paper and some lace up top. Macro photography. And then this is a pocket of like a family that's like in a garden. It's a vintage photo, and feels very like, I don't know what the word is, like kind of midsummerish to me. And then this is more of the black walnut dyed paper. This is handmade paper with the Kaluna herb card information. Another journal card that I made, just collaged with botanicals and sewing paper. This is from the kit. It's another Alice Hoffman quote. The moon is always jealous of the heat of the day, just as the sun always longs for something dark and deep. An herb card on horseradish and coriander. And then some of my hand-dyed paper, and then a beautiful page from the kit with pansies and butterflies, and then this layered paper and some rosemary, just beautiful page from the kit. And this is just a pocket that's kind of floating on this hand-dyed paper that has an image from a vintage landscaping book, and inside we have a journal card from the kit. So that just pops in here. More of my hand-dyed paper, another lovely page from the kit. More hand-dyed paper, handmade paper. This is a page with a vintage brass paper clip up top, and it has stenciling on it. And then it has this journal card made with the Augustache herb information. So that just clips on here. And then on back is a page from the kit, 2 of them, and they spread from the kit. Another page from the kit and some green hand-dyed paper. Another page from the kit. So they just speak for themselves. You don't need to really add anything. They're great for journaling. On this side we have this pocket with information on the cola plant, and then some botanical images and information on different plants with handmade paper on back. This is a beautiful page from the kit as well. Here it says Set the Waters Dancing on the Lake, and that's hand-dyed paper. Some handmade paper. And I love this piece because it has this very thin top to it. This is the part that you usually kind of tear off on the edges, but I just left it because it's so lacy and fun. And then there's mushrooms on this page. And then just some nice writing paper with staining on it. This is an herb card on Good King Henry and Costberry. This is more of my black walnut dyed paper. This is a large macro photography picture of just a really fine flower pod. And then this is like a landscape painting. This is a belly band from the kit. And inside, so it's on this nice vintage wallpaper. And then this is just a journal card that I made with botanicals and sewing paper. Some stenciling, another of those little pockets from the kit, and these tall tags from the kit. This is on the hand-dyed paper, the handmade paper, and has this little flower. It's a real pressed flower here. And then another of those card holders. So this one is rosemary, sage, sandalwood, thyme, wormwood, and yarrow. Then this is another stenciled paper with this journal card, Burgundy Glow. More of the vintage wallpaper and that watercolor painting. Another of those belly bands from the kit with a tag from the kit. It's on the macro paper, and this is beautiful with these pansies. I added this little pansy sticker up here on this journal tag. So that just tucks right in there like so. More of my black walnut dyed paper. Then an info card on cumin and lemongrass. And then you'll see a little paper clip up here. It's holding this little envelope on a mushroom page. This envelope is from the kit, these cute little coin envelopes. Inside, I've just included a few little goodies, just these little bug little tags to write on. And that just clips up top here. Some handmade paper, more of my hand-dyed paper. This beautiful page from the kit. I just love all these greens together. And also I love how there's like this leaf is here and then my eco-printed leaf is here and they're just mirroring each other. And then this is some hand-dyed paper, or handmade paper that I used as a flip out from a page from the kit. That's a really nice page too from the kit, as is this one. So this is the final page, also from the kit, and so is this envelope. I've added some old poetry to the front, and inside we have a couple things. So one, it's about snails and slugs, and it's a journal card in that cool text. And then this is just a botanical sewing paper journal card. So those just clip right on here with this vintage paper clip. And then on back, there is a pocket that I've stitched on, made from, this is a hand stitched from an estate that I just was given of old linens, and it's beautiful, all these plants. Inside we have several pages of that book that I was talking about, all about medicinal plants. So there are like 3-4 pages all about medicinal plants and their usages and their medicinal qualities. And then a piece of my hand-dyed paper because you see it throughout the journal, and then a little card about Lacinatum Flore Plano. So that is the full Green Witch journal, and I really love how it came out. I feel like every time I work with one of these kits, I discover so many things and I think of so many new ideas. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This journal will be going up in my shop, but also check out Release the Craftin on Etsy for this kit and all of her other beautiful digital kits. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.